Question for you. And
Sorry, one moment, ma'am. One moment.
Okay.
Gentlemen.
Sadhguru, your thoughts, I would say, or I could say your answers about the questions on pregnancy, or whether your thoughts on like what it means for women to bear children or not bear children and the choice thereof was a beautiful answer. I could relate to everything.
Just come
that
to
you're
the
saying.
question. Time is very.
The context is slightly necessary. I'll keep it short. And your answer about rapes and increasing cases of rapes, or them being sort of a social crime, but also there's an association of pride, etc. That was a question. And both the answers in and of themselves were honest answers, but together…
This is not a commentary, just come to the question.
But together, is it possible that there was in your two answers perhaps unconscious bias or double standard? Because in the answer to pregnancy, you said, oh, it is just your primal instinct, your biological need for an identity to care about a certain person, you should grow beyond it. And in your answer about rape, you said, oh, humans have this hormonal urge and we are not…
I know what I have said, why don't you just ask the question?
So the question is…
I know what I have said. Just come to the question.
Is it possible that in these two answers there is perhaps a subconscious bias, or am I reading it wrong? Those two answers to me seem like,
right.
Oh, this is biological, let it go. Oh, this is biological, it won't go.
I think you've made your point, so let's hear the answer.
Oh. Let's understand this. The hormonal impact on human biology is such, it subjugates one's intellect, subjugates one's knowledge, subjugates social order and acts beyond that. Is that the way to create a society? No. The whole idea of creating a society is that all these things will fall into a more graceful slots so that they will function smoothly to everybody's benefit, not against anybody. That's the whole idea of trying to bring a civilization to a society is just that, that's the effort. Have we ever, in these whatever thousands of years, have we ever succeeded 100% in this effort? Have we? No. At certain times, these things have been well handled, at certain times they've been badly handled. Only thing we can do is, how well can we handle it in our time? That's all there is in our hands. You're thinking of these things as some sort of absolutes. These are not absolutes. Don't think there is a man who is a rapist and there's a man who is no rapist. It's not like that. It's just that when he goes out of control, he will do ugly things. When he's in control, he behaves well. When he's in love, he behaves well. When he is joyful, he behaves well. When he gets frustrated, he behaves horribly. This is the nature of the human being. If you think it needs my endorsement or not, then you're living in some la-la land. This is the nature of the human being. Are we going to create a system where there is going to be minimum friction among people is the continuous challenge for every generation. Yes? It is a continuous challenge for every generation. No generation has ever arrived at one perfect system that it worked absolutely for everybody. Always somebody was exploited. If you don't know the reality of the existence and you're living in some other psychological state of absoluteness, then that's not the point. But pregnancy is a choice. And especially now I wouldn't have said it's a choice 100 years ago, because it just happened. Just the hormonal thing happened. But pregnancy is a choice. Even if you're sexually involved, still you don't have to get pregnant, that is possible only for this generation. If you do not understand the impact of that, that is the biggest thing that's happened. For women, that's the biggest thing that's happened. That is, there is birth control, that one can exercise their choice whether I want to go into it or not go into it. So, that is of a different kind, this is of a different kind. That's why I said, if you want to bring both of them in one category, you come to me, I will initiate you into brahmacharya, I'll give you sadhana, you do that, both will be by choice.